I say this with all due respect for Ray Allen. You guys have never heard me say anything negative about Ray Allen on video. I think he's a top 10 all-time shooting guard. Some people might have issue with that. They might say, "What about Bill Sharman? What about Earl Monroe?" Okay, if you include, if you a little bit different than me, he's at least a top 15 all-time shooting guard. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He's the all-time leading three-point shooter. All right, Stephen Curry still has to break that record. But I'm getting sick of his indecision about what he wants to do. Are you retired, or are you coming back to the NBA? Okay, you have not played the NBA since 2014. Since the Spurs beat your Miami Heat. You took the entire 2014-15 season off. I thought you would come back last year. There's rumors you would come back to play with Cleveland. You did not. There was rumors a couple months ago you were trying to come back with the Golden State Warriors. That went nowhere. Then she was come back with the Cleveland Cavaliers. That went nowhere. Now I heard rumors you're trying to come back with the Clippers. The season starts in about 6 weeks. If you're going to come back to the NBA, say it now. Okay? I'm tired of this fucking guessing games with you. Come back to the NBA or not. Either you're going to announce you come back to the fucking NBA, alright, or you announce your retirement. One of the fucking two. What the fuck is up with you, man? I never seen a guy. I understand sometimes players can be hesitant about whether they want to come back or retire. But it's been over 2 fucking years, man. What are you going to do? I know some people are like, well, why do you care? I give a fuck because I can't keep making videos. I have to remember my credibility. Are you coming back or not? I can't make a video saying, well, it's rumored that Ray Allen is coming back with this team, and then it comes out to be nothing. Well, Ray Allen, he's still not, haven't made his mind up. Make up your fucking mind. I know, my theory is, I think Ray Allen treasures this record, all right? He's been an all-time leading three-point shooter since 2011. He has 2,973 three-pointers in his career. Well eclipsing Reggie Miller's 2,560. Stephen Curry has 1,593 three-pointers. He's more than halfway there. I think Ray Allen wants to pad his record. He wants to get past 3,000. Okay. I think he wants to add a little bit more to his record, so he hopes that Stephen Curry can't catch him. At the rate that Stephen Curry is going, unless he gets into serious injury issues in his career, he's going to beat that record. I think obliterate it at the rate that he's making threes. And I also think he wants to eclipse 25,000 career points. He's like at 24,500 and something last I checked. If he plays a full season, he only has to average 4 to 5 points per game. That's easily within Ray Allen's grasp. Even at the advanced age that he's in. According to Doc Rivers, he's in tremendous shape. The only thing I'm concerned about Ray Allen is, the one thing I'm concerned about him is if he came back, he was already declining at age 39 or whatever it was when he last played. I think he was 39, yeah. Or almost 39 years old. He'll be 41 now. Even then, Ray Allen had become a streaky player. Ray Allen's shot is different from Stephen Curry's. Stephen Curry has so little effort in his shot. Okay? He doesn't necessarily get fatigued shooting his shot, going through his shooting motion. What gets Stephen Curry fatigued is actually guarding someone on defense and expelling energy that way. Then that takes away from his offensive game. But if he doesn't ever want to guard, Stephen Curry just shooting. Ray Allen uses his whole body in his shot. His whole shooting motion, it's beautiful. His shot is actually really more beautiful than Stephen Curry's on the aesthetic. From an aesthetic perspective, Ray Allen's shot is more beautiful than Stephen Curry, but it takes a lot more energy for him to take his shots. That's what I'm concerned about with him. He's the type of guy I think that's going to become very streaky. I think he's going to, if he came back, I wouldn't be surprised if he started off kind of hot, you know, maybe shooting like 46, 47% threes, and then got cold as his body just started breaking down a little bit toward the end of the season. That's why I tend to think about him. But you never know the guy. Once you're past 40 years old, it's very, very, very rare for a player to be of any effectiveness in the NBA. I mean, the only two guys I ever saw that had any effectiveness past the age of 40, to me, were three guys: Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Karl Malone, and Michael Jordan. And even then, they were shells of what they once were. Michael Jordan was so great that he just evolved to becoming a volume scorer when he was with Chicago. But by the time he was Wizards, he was a super volume scorer, but he still could score. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar really, the last couple of years was not himself, but he still could score to an extent in bunches. Karl Malone was probably the better of the three at that particular age, but not to say that he's better. I'm saying at that advanced age, he was probably more effective than the other two. But Ray Allen being a jump shooter, I don't know, man. Look, if you're going to come back, make up your mind now, because you're going to need as much conditioning as possible to be effective in this league. Okay, you're not a young man. You're 41 years old. You know, in my opinion, you and Derek Fisher are kind of delusional, thinking that you guys could play because of the reasons why you retired in the first place, because you guys were breaking down. I understand with these guys, man. You retired because you were breaking down. Okay, you guys aren't playing for a couple of years. Your body heals, it feels better, but it's the reason why you retired, because you guys can't play competitively anymore. So, Ray Allen, my advice to you, okay, you've done enough. You're going to get into the Hall of Fame. Just fucking retire already. Just announce it, retire, so you can set the clock for your retirement ceremony, hear your speech, get it over with. All right? You're always supposed to be 2 years within your 5-year waiting period, but you're not, because you haven't fucking announced your retirement. Well, then again, I think actually they would set the clock because you hadn't played, so I think it's the rule. I take that back. You're already 2 years removed from the last time you played, so that would set the clock. You're already 2 years removed, announce your retirement, so you have 3 years to wait, because they changed it. Used to be you had to have 5 full years, now it's 5 years period. Just announce your retirement, man, because I think if you come back to the league, you're gonna fucking embarrass yourself. But just say something. That's what I'm pleading. Just, are you coming back or are you not? I'm tired of this guessing game with you. As a journalist, you're making me fucking nuts. Fucking say something. Make a fucking statement.